Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Notification Podcast, your go-to source for this week's new book releases. Today, we're looking at the week from July 27th to August 2nd. With nearly 600 new books releasing this week, there is no way we could cover them all. Visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight with a little something for everybody. Let's get into it. Tangled Magic is a new high fantasy from Andrea Eames. Netta has spent her life isolated in a tower with her mother, surrounded by mysterious books she cannot read, and a powerful spellbook in the making. When attackers invade and her mother disappears, Netta sets out into a kingdom divided by political intrigue and looming civil war, accompanied only by her sentient hare and a telepathic raven. As rival factions compete for control of the throne, they also begin hunting Netta for the dangerous magic she unknowingly possesses. Navigating hidden alliances, betrayal, and ancient secrets, she must uncover the truth about her powers, find her mother, and determine whom she can trust before the kingdom descends into chaos. Tangled Magic will be released on July 28th. Silent Night is a new psychological thriller by Natasha Boydell. When Ava travels to the Cotswolds for an unannounced Christmas visit, she hopes to repair her strained relationship with her mother after receiving a troubling letter. Instead, she arrives to find the cottage empty, her mother missing, and the villagers insisting she has simply gone away. Convinced something is wrong, Ava begins investigating and discovers her mother had been researching the decades-old disappearance of a young girl from the village. As heavy snow isolates the community and unsettling events unfold, Ava realizes someone is determined to keep the past buried and may be watching her every move. Silent Night will be released on August 2nd. Blue Collar King is the first in a new lit RPG series by Leon West. Ro Thackeray is a gifted mechanic with an unusual ability to sense a machine's flaws through touch, until he learns he is the kingdom's only surviving heir after the king's assassination. Forced into hiding as enemies close in, Ro joins the Adventurers Guild instead of claiming the throne, traveling the southern loop on dangerous escort missions and monster hunts. Accompanied by the loyal Kiana and a formidable Oni bodyguard named Drew, Ro uncovers ancient royal weapons that only he can wield, though each comes at a personal cost. As his power grows, so do the forces hunting him, threatening both the kingdom's future and the family he left behind. Blue Collar King will be released on July 27th. The Tom Kessler series by Peter J. Charles continues with A Reluctant Asset. When an Iranian intelligence colonel arrives in London under diplomatic cover, MI6 officer Tom Kessler seizes an unexpected opportunity to recruit one of the regime's most valuable insiders. But as the new asset begins revealing sensitive intelligence, Tom uncovers evidence that Iran has its own long-embedded source inside the British security services. With tensions escalating ahead of a major incident in Tehran, Tom must identify the mole while deciding whether he can trust the man whose cooperation was won under extraordinary circumstances. Set against the real events of November 2011, the novel follows a high-stakes intelligence operation shaped by deception, divided loyalties, and difficult choices. A Reluctant Asset will be released on August 1st. A Penance for Crows is a new gothic thriller by Shannon Morgan. 40 years after fleeing Scotland, reclusive painter Grisella Urquhart lives as an outsider on the isolated island of Benadub. where strict religious traditions and old superstitions shape everyday life. Distrusted by the islanders, she has learned that the remote community harbors secrets of its own. When Grisella discovers the body of a young priest marked with a sinister symbol, fear and suspicion spread across the island. As strange whispers torment her and hysteria takes hold, she becomes determined to protect four young girls caught at the center of the unfolding mystery. To uncover the truth, Grisella must confront both the island's hidden darkness and the painful past she has spent decades trying to escape. A Penance for Crows will be released on July 28th. Codebound is the first in the Rank Breaker series by Kendra Moreno. Vesper has spent her life trapped in Dross, the lowest and most neglected ring of humanity's last refuge, where survival is a daily struggle. Her only chance to escape is the Harrow, a deadly competition where participants fight, grow stronger, and climb toward the privileged upper tiers, ruled by the mysterious Ascendants. Inside the Harrow, every victory comes at a cost. As Vesper gains power through dangerous abilities, known as glitches, she discovers that the system is designed to demand more than strength. It requires sacrifice. With ruthless rivals, constant surveillance, and corruption waiting at every level, she must decide how much of herself she is willing to lose in pursuit of freedom. Codebound will be released on July 31st. The Offside Rule is the first book in the Dallas Blaze series by R.C. Stevens. Determined to prove herself as a sports medicine professional, the coach's daughter lands a position with the Dallas Blaze hockey team, only to find herself working alongside Hunter Russell, the team's captain, a devoted single father, and one of her father's closest friends. Despite their age difference and the risks of a workplace relationship, the attraction between them becomes impossible to ignore. As they struggle to keep their growing romance hidden, both must decide whether pursuing a future together is worth jeopardizing their careers, reputations, and the relationships they value most. The Offside Rule will be released on July 29th. Charity by Linda Calvey is a gripping new crime thriller. Charity Wills has always been used to getting her own way, relying on the influence of her powerful crime family and her husband, Danny, to smooth over any problems. But with Danny in prison and her hopes of starting a family slipping away, she is determined to prove she can play a larger role in the family's criminal empire. As Charity puts together a scheme she believes can evade the law, old rivalries resurface and a longtime enemy of the Willis family begins closing in. With danger mounting on all sides, she must decide how far she is willing to go to protect her family and secure the future she has always wanted. Charity will be released on July 30th. Strategist from Nowhere is the first in a new series by Michael Atamanov. An ordinary gamer is transported to a dangerous fantasy world with none of the powers, weapons, or advantages typically granted to legendary heroes. Armed only with his intelligence, strategic thinking, and years of experience playing complex strategy games, he must find a way to survive in an unfamiliar land where every mistake could be fatal. As he learns the rules of this new world, survival gradually gives way to ambition. Relying on careful planning rather than brute strength, he sets out to build influence, outmaneuver powerful enemies, and pursue the seemingly impossible goal of conquering an entire world. Strategist from Nowhere will be released on July 29th. Finally, we have Desert Heist, a new thriller from Alex Dekker. Former Green Beret Nate Wild leaves the military to pursue archaeology, but when his proposal to search for the legendary lost city of Ubar is rejected, he launches the expedition on his own. Entering Saudi Arabia through war-torn Yemen, he returns to the same unforgiving desert where he lost many of his fellow soldiers. Joined by former Special Forces teammates and an Egyptian geologist searching for her missing father, Nate embarks on a perilous journey across the empty quarter. Pursued by terrorists and a ruthless operative working for a mysterious organization, the team must uncover the truth behind the ancient city while navigating threats that extend far beyond archaeology. Desert Heist will be released on July 28th. That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading lists, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.